To build a memorial, Jan begins raising funds. Grassroots support builds, and so does backing from Congress. Finally, the idea of a Vietnam Veterans Memorial starts to make headway. In July of 1980, President Jimmy Carter signs the bill into law and gives a meaningful speech.
We do not honor war. We honor the peace and the freedoms that they sought. We could build the memorial. We had a design competition, which at the time was the largest architectural design competition of Western civilization.
The competition has more than 1,400 designs. The winning design comes from a 21-year-old college student.
The concept behind the Vietnam Veterans Memorial comes from Maya Lin. The memorial is meant to be a moving, living memorial. The names descend in the east and then re-rise again in the west, and they connect at the apex. It's the beginning and the end with 1959 and 1975.
And the names of the casualties, which was to me the most brilliant thing, and would not be alphabetical, the names would be chronological. Names would read like pages in a book. Each panel would be a page, and the beginning and the end would meet in the center, akin to the Asian philosophy of yin and yang.
So here we have, Smithsonian Channel, terrific channel, giving us something that is, I think, way overlooked as a source of programming, an analysis of American icons like this place, which is the Vietnam War, Vietnam Memorial. It's a beautiful place, and this is a great subject matter.
People were expecting an Iwo Jima kind of thing, some names on the base. I mean, that's what I think most people were expecting. That's what I was expecting.
People saw it as just a wound in the ground, as a gravestone, nothing really that celebrated the people who fought in the war. It was just a wall.
The protest continues, and the Secretary of the Interior holds construction of the memorial until some compromise can be made.
They added some other elements that are more symbolic of a war memorial. So they added the Frederick Hart statue of the three servicemen, of three young males emerging from the bush, looking down on their fallen comrades. And they're there in their usual military garb, and they're waiting, and they're just contemplating on their innocence, and the innocence is contrasted with their war weapons. In 1993, they added the Vietnam Veterans Women's Memorial with a sculpture by Glenda Goodacre. And the memorial is to the over 250,000 women who served during the war as nurses and also as civilians.
On Veterans Day 1982, the memorial is dedicated. Instead of a bleak exercise in morbidity, Maya Lin's black wall becomes an icon. Veterans come to honor guys they knew and to share common ground with those they didn't.
The Vietnam Veterans Memorial continues to draw 3.9, 4.1 million people a year because people are very interested in it, very fascinated by it. They see their own reflection in the granite.
I've seen all sorts of reactions in my time working here. One day I was walking down in the memorial, and there was a lady there, and she had her hand over a particular name, and she was just rubbing her finger back and forth over this name. And then all of a sudden I heard this deep sigh come from her, and she was saying, "I'm here, Daddy, I'm here, Daddy."
It has helped heal some of the societal wounds from the war. So a piece of architecture can sometimes lead to things far beyond what the original thinking was.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war. As they struggle with devastation.
All right, so basically, again, what can you say about something like this? Smithsonian Net Channel is something that everyone should watch because of one reason. Basically, it is an awesome it's like a National Geographic type of thing. So I strongly suggest that you check into Smithsonian Channel if you have it, because it's got incredible programming like this and others, where it shows things like national parks and other things having to do with America. Because if you go to the museum of the Smithsonian, I mean, that's what you're seeing, the history of America. So it makes sense that the channel would reflect that same point of view. So we are signing off now. That's a short review of one of the shows with the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I've been there. It's awesome. It's very moving, and it's very beautifully done as a design. And anyway, no commercials, just programming and analysis as permitted by fair use copyright law. Take care. Bye-bye.